Hey, I'm Kylie, former NICU travel nurse and founder of Passports and Preemies, and you're listening to Clocked Out, Life Beyond the Bedside. This podcast is for nurses who are ready to ask, what else is out there for me? Each week, we dive into what it means to thrive as a nurse beyond the hospital walls through conversations about burnout, alternative careers, travel, financial freedom, and wellness. Whether you're deep in burnout or just craving more freedom, you're in the right place. It's time to redefine what life after clocking out really looks like. Okay, you guys, today's episode is another fun one. I am sitting down with a very special guest, someone who knows me better than anyone else, who has seen me at my best, my worst, and everything in between, my husband.
Hi, everyone.
I feel like you've always been the most requested guest, which is funny because you're not a nurse and you know nothing about healthcare.
Yes, that's true.
So you guys know he likes his privacy. So he's just right here off screen. If you're listening to him on the podcast, it's fine because we're sitting next to each other. You don't see a video. But if you're watching this on social media, he is right next to me and it is pouring rain out. So I'm hoping that you can't hear that, but we're going with it. So Julien and I are officially 8 months into marriage, and I thought, what better way to celebrate? Well, I can think of a lot better ways to celebrate, but what better way to celebrate than to put a microphone on and ask him all of the questions that I want to. And I told him it's just for fun. You can answer however you want. Don't think too hard. Just act like you're talking to a friend. So we're going to be talking about cultural differences, fast food preferences, which is very important, what it's really like to be married to me. And I am also asking him a little bit about his experience with French healthcare because this is a podcast for healthcare professionals after all. So if you have ever been curious about what it's like to be married to someone from another country or just a sneak peek into our day-to-day, you're going to love this one. And let's get into it. Julien, we've been married for 8 months now. What do you love most about me?
I think a lot of things, but no, and then you are a happy girl, and that's make me happy.
Oh, I love that. I thought you were going to laugh and be like, I'm not answering that. That was so good.
I'm
Okay.
quite nervous, but yeah.
Well, okay, I'm going to warm you up. I'm going to get your nerves out, and we're going to do a little this or that. So I'm going to ask you, do you prefer this or that?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I think this will get your nerves out.
Okay.
Ready? Wendy's or McDonald's?
Wendy's.
Chick-fil-A or Raising Cane's?
Raising Cane's.
Okay, but what if you have Chick-fil-A nuggets with the Raising Cane's sauce?
I will accept that.
Vacationing in America or France?
France.
I'm actually surprised you said that. But living in America or France?
America.
Vacationing in France or Peru?
Peru.
So if you guys don't know, Julien is half French, half Peruvian.
Yes.
And that's why I asked that question. Who is more romantic, the Americans or the French?
French, for sure.
For sure. French wine or Italian wine?
French wine.
I knew it. Okay, Italian wine or American wine?
Italian wine. But I have to say American have a really good wine.
Do you remember that one wine that I got when we were in Albuquerque?
Yeah, I think it was from Oregon, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was from Oregon, and Julien was like, I don't think you had heard of Oregon wine before.
No, never. Actually, only California wine.
And I was like, I ordered it, and he looked at me like I committed a cardinal sin of ordering bad wine with our dinner. Okay, how are your nerves now? A little bit better?
Yes, no, I'm good.
I tried to get him to drink some wine with me, but he wasn't into it.
I'm totally fine. Just my first time doing this kind of podcast, so it's quite strange for me, but very happy to be with you and share this experience. So let's do it.
Okay. What is something that I do that is very American?
Speaking with everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, this is good because I asked him if he wanted to see the questions beforehand and he said no. And so I literally have no idea what he's going to say. And that is true. I do that. Sometimes we'll be at dinner right next to a table that's speaking English. And I look at him and he looks at me with daggers in his eyes, don't say hi. And I'm like, I really want to say hi. I just can't help it. But why do you think French people keep to themselves and don't even, no, maybe they're not as friendly as Americans?
Well, I think it's because we love to have our private moment. We don't need to have like more friends. And basically, like when you're in a restaurant with your wife, girlfriend, or whatever, you want to share this moment with only one person. So in France, it's not. We don't like to share things with other people that we don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
But we don't want also like bothering the people. That's it's like also like we want to visit them and yes, they have a good moment.
I read that French people, because there's like such a lack of privacy in Paris, like the apartments are on top, you're on top of each other in your apartment building, like the walls are thin. There's just very little privacy. And I heard that that is kind of another reason why Parisians are like keep to themselves a lot more.
Yeah, I think so. I think the Parisian they are like this. Or if you go with the in the south of France, east, west, or even in the north of France, people can be like more fun. They can be like more open mind to talk.
Are Peruvians closed off, or are they more warm and friendly?
No, they are more friendly for sure.
Yeah.
I think the Latinos, they are very friendly with everyone.
So when we started dating and you were telling your friends and family that you were with an American, what was their reaction?
They was quite surprised. Then I was like dating an American girl because I think it's like, wow, America, like that's crazy. But no, they didn't make any judgment or was it? They were just thinking about how you're gonna build the relationship because at the time you was living in America and me in France, so was okay.
I think my friends had the same reaction because they're like, wow, a French guy. I do think like, I don't know what, well, I have an opinion why, but like, I think that it's like more cool or like, I don't know the right word, but it's like more interesting to date a French guy than an American guy. But like, I don't know the right how to say it, but
I know what you would say, but I think it's the same for us. It's like, oh, this is very interesting, like to date like an American girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you notice any cultural differences when we started dating?
Yes, a lot.
Like, give me an.
I try to think. Maybe like more like, yes, that you start day very early and you finish quite early. And in France, it's not like this. We start quite late and we finish quite late.
Like, what do you mean?
Like working, for example. So you used to tell me, like, for example, at 5 or 6, you used to eat dinner, which in France is impossible, like to leave the office at 5 or 6. And
that was something we really had to adjust to, is like figuring out a schedule that works for us, because I think now I'm more on your schedule, but when I first like started dating you and I'd be in France, like remember that dinner you booked at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
And I was
no
like taking
before.
a nap, but I was like sleeping before, and we go to dinner at 10 p.m. and I was telling him like, if we have a family, like we're going to have to eat dinner at 5. And he was like, that's impossible. It's just like you adapt. Like now, even though like I love getting up at 6 a.m, we go to bed at like last night we went to bed at 1 a.m. on a Tuesday night. And it's like, okay, so obviously I need to sleep in. And I guess I just got used to it. Now I think it's crazy that I said we should eat dinner at 5.
Yeah. No, and for me, it's impossible to eat dinner at 5.
Okay, I have a random cultural difference that is, people probably don't know this about France. So when I was like started dating Julien, this is something that gave me the ick, but it wasn't him. It was a cultural difference. And then when I learned it was a cultural difference, I was like, oh, thank God, I still love him. So remember when I found out, and you can say the same, that you didn't have a credit card.
Yes, it's true.
So in France, credit cards are not a thing. And so like when Julien found out I had like 3 credit cards, he was like, oh my God, you're bad with money. How you were so worried about but in America, everyone has a credit card.
Yes, it's true.
And in France, no one has a credit card. No. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is the ick. But then it turns out nobody in France.
No one's, you don't have a credit card. You have a debit card.
Yeah.
So basically, if you want to pay, I don't know, like a new TV and you doesn't have the money, you have to put like money in things, wait like for 1 or 2 months.
That's like the fight financially responsible way to do it.
Yeah, totally. Because if you don't have the money, why you will borrow money to buy something? Just you away. But that's my
100%, yeah. I get it.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for like a TV, I wouldn't put it personally. I wouldn't put it. I would put on a credit card. Well, I put everything on a credit card, but like a TV, I could pay off. Like, I guess I would be more concerned about like moving into an apartment. It's like we have to buy so much new
Yeah,
furniture, or like
I'm
a
agree.
house. It's like
Yes,
that. Then you put like $15,000 on a credit card, and you have to like slowly pay it off, I guess, if you don't have the money. But like in France, if you move into an apartment and you need to furnish it, how do you get, say you need $30,000 for something, what do you do?
I have to call my bank, and we discuss to have a credit.
Okay.
But they will never give me like a credit card because we don't have like the credit. Just if you want like borrow money, yeah, you can call the bank, and you will have a meeting with one guy, and they will explain you like, okay, we can give you like 30,000, but you're gonna have to refund with like a month of percentage. So that's what we do when we want to buy, for example, a car or an apartment.
Interesting. Okay. How has your perspective on Americans changed since you met me?
Not a lot, I would say. I
You
love.
think we're still crazy?
I think everyone is crazy in this world, but no, no. I mean, my first time, in the United States is when I was like 16 years old. I really love this country, the mentality, the people. No, I think you show me this new part of the United States very deep, like Nebraska,
Nebraska,
which
Michigan.
Michigan, and no, it's still beautiful cities.
Your first time in the United States, where were you?
I was in San Francisco.
And what were you doing there?
I was studying English
And
for a month.
can you tell them the story of like, your dad said he was living in Peru and his dad sent him to America to learn English when he was 16 years old. And then he got back to Peru. What did your dad say?
My English was not enough good. I was for 3 weeks actually, and he told me like, okay, you're gonna have to come back to the United States. So I think he was pretty smart because I really wanted to go back to the United States.
So your dad said it's not good enough, and then he sent you to.
He sent me to 2 months in Hawaii.
Yes. So then, if you were smart, you would have come back and been like, I didn't learn any English. I have to go again. Your dad.
That's why I tried like to say, no, my English is not enough good. I'm glad they say that actually.
So when we started dating, I canceled we had one date actually, one date. And I canceled my flight home from Paris to Chicago because I wanted you to ask me to hang out again, but I didn't tell you.
Yeah, and anyway, I've been operated in my legs.
So when you found out that I canceled my flight home later on, what did you think?
That was a crazy thing, honestly. That was crazy. No, but you have to tell them like the situation also is like I met you one day before my operation. I have a huge surgery for my knee. So I was surprised that you cancel it and you come to see me.
Yeah.
And I was in my bed and moved.
He was like, he had a 4-hour surgery on his knee and he spent the night in the hospital that night, actually. And so I canceled my flight because I was like, what if he needs a nurse?
Yeah.
So he got out of the hospital and he ended up going back to his mom's apartment because your apartment didn't have an elevator.
Yeah.
And so he did ask me, he's like, do you want to come over? And he told me like, I asked my mom to leave. I went to his mom's apartment and just hung out with you for a few hours.
Yes.
And then he I remember you took painkillers and then I think you fell asleep and I was like, okay, I guess I should leave now. Okay. Tell us about, healthcare in France from your perspective as a patient. So how much you had a 4-hour surgery on your knee and you saw a private doctor that did not take health insurance, correct?
They take, it was a private clinic.
Okay. How much did you pay for your entire surgery and physical therapy?
The total amount?
Do you remember?
I don't remember. I remember the cost of the operation.
Yeah.
It was around 1,600, I would say.
Okay. And you paid all that?
I have to pay all of it.
Because it was a private clinic.
It was a private clinic, but the states and my private insurance, they cover me.
So your insurance covered it?
Yeah, I would say maybe 60%, 70% of the total amount.
And if you did not go to a private clinic, you went to public, how much would you have had to pay?
Probably nothing.
Yeah. I think it's crazy, you guys, that even I mean, it was a necessary surgery, but it was like a private doctor, right? So
Yes.
it is so wild that a 4-hour knee surgery only costs you €1,600, and then your insurance covered 60% of that. Like, if you went
The
to
Social Security, because I think it's important to say, like, we have like the Social Security, it's from the States.
and the Social Security in France is kind of similar to the health insurance in America.
Yes.
Right, okay.
And after you have your private insurance, which is the company pay you 50% of the amount, and you have to pay 50% of a private insurance. If I can give you an example, it's like when
Yes.
you see a doctor, you will pay like €30 for seeing the doctor. So you're gonna pay like the €30 first, and the States will refund you at least maybe 20, €22. And with the private insurance that you have it, they will refund like maybe €6. So basically, you will pay from your own pocket like €2 or €3.
So basically, if you don't have private insurance from your company, the state, which is the Social Security, they pay, I mean, 22 out of €30. Or,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they
it's true.
pay
Yeah.
enough that it's not like if you don't have private insurance too, that you're totally screwed.
Yes, exactly. So you will pay like the states would pay like €22, and you will pay from your own pocket like 7.
That's crazy. I had my first doctor's appointment. Well, okay, I had my first real Okay, I've been to the doctor in France for because I was sick, but I had my first preventative care appointment. I'm seeing the OBGYN. And it's interesting because they have this app here called Doctolib,
Yes.
and it's really nice. It's an app, and you get on and you can see you choose what you need. So I picked OBGYN, and then it tells you how many OBGYNs are nearby, what their availability is, what language they speak.
The specialty too.
Yeah, what they specifically do. Because some only do the gynecology part, some do obstetrics and gynecology, some just do oncology stuff. And so you kind of pick who you want. You can see where they went to school, how long they've been practicing, but you're not allowed to review them.
Yes.
Why?
Because it's not fair. I mean, people are not the doctor, so they don't have knowledge about the science. So I think it's too easy to say, no, it's a bad doctor because it gives me the wrong or the good medicine. So now in France, we try to not to be private, but to not judge this professional.
Yeah. I kind of like that. I mean, you have to, I guess reviews are good for the people that are bad actors and bad doctors and taking advantage, but also how many patients leave bad reviews for a good doctor because they're mad about something.
Yeah. Well, now the fact is with Google, of course, you could see some review. People say, no, I don't like this doctor because I've been waiting for 25 or 1 hour.
Yeah.
And it's stupid because when you go see the stars of the doctor, you say, oh, no, this doctor is bad. But when you read the review, it's just because, yes, maybe you have an emergency before and you've been just late, which is something normal. But it's hard, yes, for me, it's very hard to judge a doctor because I don't have this skill, I don't have this knowledge. So, or I would judge a doctor.
And people that aren't in healthcare, literally don't get that. I'm glad you said that. If somebody has an emergency, they cannot help.
Yeah, I mean, I remember from my surgery, I've been waiting 2 hours in the living room, and I was so mad.
In the waiting room.
Yeah, in the waiting room. Sorry, and I was waiting for 2 hours, and I was complaining, and the secretary told me oh, he's right now in an emergency room, operate someone, and of course the doctor told me I'm sorry, and he told me, well, the guy had a really bad accident. So I was feeling bad for the guy.
Yeah. Well, but remember after your surgery, you had physical therapy and they came to your apartment, right?
No, the nurse.
The nurse. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that's interesting because the nurse came to like change your bandages and stuff, right?
And cleaning also.
Okay. And you were taking those shots that thin your blood.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Am I even a nurse anymore? What is this shot called?
Anticoagulant, we will say in French.
Okay, you guys know what I think it starts with an H, but all I'm thinking for some reason is the word hepatitis, which that's not true. Oh my gosh, it's going to bother me. I feel like right when we're done recording, it's going to come to me. But okay, so that's so interesting, you guys. So think about it. It makes sense because in Paris, not a lot of people have cars. I mean, it's hard to get to and from your apartment because a lot of apartments don't have elevators. So you just have surgery. Of course, it makes sense that they send a nurse to your house to help you versus you needing to like go in and get things done. So yeah, but I thought that was interesting because when you told me, I was like, what? But it makes sense.
So the nurse who do this, they are like a liberal nurse.
A liberal nurse?
Yes.
What do you mean?
So that means they don't work for the hospital or the clinic. Okay. They work for themselves.
They're freelancers.
Exactly. So you can go like to the pharmacy, drugstore, and you can ask if they have a list of nurse, and they will give you phone numbers.
So could I be a freelance nurse?
You could, yeah, but
really?
I think you need to pass some exam French.
I probably need to speak French too.
Yes.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you that a family reached out to me on Instagram and asked me to babysit? Like they were like, I think they were really wealthy.
Really?
Yeah, and they were looking for a nanny.
Okay, nice.
A nurse nanny. Oh. I don't think I told you, but it didn't work out. But I kind of like wonder if
I think
it was a while ago, It's been a while. But now I feel like I should be a liberal nurse. A freelance nurse.
A freelance nurse in Paris.
Yes. Okay. I also want to ask you, what is your understanding? Okay. When you think of American healthcare system, what's the first word that comes to mind?
Scared.
Scared? Why?
I always been scared when I heard like the first time that I've been to United States, I was speaking with this guy, tell me like, oh, you have to pray a lot for God because don't be sick. Try to not be sick in the United States. And I say, why? Because he told me like, for example, if you have like appendicitis.
Appendicitis, French.
Appendicite.
Appendicite.
So if we have these things, it's like around like $14,000, the surgery.
Probably.
Maybe 12,000. And I was like, very shocked. I say, it's impossible. Then you pay this kind of amount. And he was telling me that, yes, American people pay these things. And I was very shocked. Well, and now you can understand in France because the surgery is free, but that will be the cost. Right. If we didn't have this in France.
If you weren't paying the taxes for it.
Yeah. So all the time when I go to America, I have my private insurance, traveling insurance, just in case.
Here but it's interesting in France because so his debit card, he pays a monthly fee for his debit card. That's another kind of funny thing in France. Mm-hmm. Like you have to pay for your debit card, but this provides travel insurance. Yes. So it's €8, right? A month?
No.
More?
€16.
Okay, €16 a month for his debit card monthly. But if he got appendicitis in America, they would fully refund him.
Yes. And if you have some problem with the justice or if you think like
if you get arrested?
Yes. You have an amount.
If you were to get arrested for one thing in the United States, what do you think it would be? I see you smiling.
Yeah, no, I try to think very hard.
I know what it would be
nothing because I'm a good guy. No, I don't have any idea.
Not even?
Yeah, maybe smoking pot.
In states that it might not be legal. Maybe. But I don't think they would arrest you for this. But that's the only bad thing you would do.
Well, for the record, I don't smoke pot.
No, he doesn't. No, me either. Okay, we're going to end with a rapid fire. Do you know what a rapid fire is?
No.
Okay, a rapid fire is like, I ask you a question and you give an answer without any explanation.
Okay.
Okay. What's one thing Americans eat that grosses you out?
I think it's from Chicago, like this dishes pizza, we call
Deep
it.
dish pizza.
Oh my, disgusting. Yeah.
Okay, I'm bad at rapid fire because I just want to ask you, like, why do you think it's disgusting?
I don't know. Very hard to explain.
You've never tried it, have you? Did we try deep dish in Chicago?
No, it's like very gross.
Yeah.
It's like, no, why you will not eat like a normal pizza, you know?
Some people like it.
Yeah, no, I don't judge it. Just
I don't.
For me, like,
I judge. I don't understand it either. It's like I don't actually know anybody that like enjoys deep dish to the point where they get it multiple times. But I had it once and like it was fine for one time, and I never need to eat it again. That's that. What is something that France does better than America?
A lot.
Okay, this is not so rapid fire anymore. So tell me.
For sure, the bread.
For sure, the bread. For sure. Oh my God.
It's a religion.
The bread's a religion.
Yes.
Yes. Can you tell them the difference between a baguette and a tradition?
Baguette would be like more longer, and a tradition it's more crusty and more short than a baguette.
But a tradition is like it follows French tradition. So both of them look like baguettes, and they're both in the bakery. But a tradition follows a tradition, and it can only be made, I think, with yeast, water, and salt, I think.
Probably.
And a baguette's like not regulated.
Yeah, something like this.
So if you're in Paris and you go to the boulangerie, you should ask for a tradition.
Yes.
Or a traditional.
But a good baguette also can be really good for breakfast.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we don't discriminate.
No.
What is something that America does better than France?
Barbecue and grilling stuff, for sure.
Okay, fair. We have not even found a barbecue place in Paris yet.
No, but apparently they opened one recently.
We'll have to try it.
Yes.
What's one cliche? Do you know the word cliche?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the same in French.
That's probably true. Yes. What's one cliche about the French that is actually true?
Then we are dirty. We don't take shower.
No, wait. But that's not true.
Maybe.
We'll never know. I was going to say that you're romantic. Like, I feel like French people are genuinely very romantic.
Yes. No, for sure. I think we are very romantic, and we love to do stuff.
And you're very dirty.
Yeah.
What is one cliche about Americans that is true?
They are very proud of their country.
This is true. Yes. Okay. And this is a question I always ask to end. So, where is your favorite place in the world to travel to?
I have to say one place?
No. You can give us all of the answers.
I love Southeast Asia. Oh, you want a country? I can tell, like, continent, region. I mean, there are like so many.
You love Southeast Asia. What's your favorite country in Southeast Asia?
I would say Thailand and Vietnam.
For what reason?
For many reasons. I would say, first of all, the food is amazing. The beauty of the country. I mean, the nature. I love diving, that's a huge thing for me. And the culture, the history. There are so many things to do, and the people, they are very kind, and they respect everyone. I like the mentality, but also the vibe of the country.
Yeah, and that you can dive.
And I can dive, of course. And the weather is really good too.
Yeah. But if you have to choose one, Thailand or Vietnam?
I would choose Thailand.
Okay, so what else? What other places do you want to say?
Japan.
You haven't been?
No, I've never been.
We're going to Japan for our honeymoon, though. So we're starting to plan.
Other countries than I've been, like Peru for sure. It's quite the same.
Do you feel like Peru has like a bad stereotype that's not true, or like? Because I think, like, from an American's perspective, like, a lot of people think of Peru and they think, like, it's dangerous.
Yeah, I think most of the people, when you talk about, like, South America in general, people can be scared. And I think, yeah, you have quite insecurity, but at the end, it's like in every country, even in France. I mean...
even in the U.S. Like,
exactly.
Bad things can happen everywhere.
Exactly. Just you have to be like very careful, but like so many people spend good time in Peru and they never have a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, in Asia, we never have a problem with security, but we've been scammed. So, but it's like in every country. So no, South America is beautiful continent. All the country are very nice. The culture, the history, I highly recommend to visit Peru because it's very nice.
If someone goes to Peru, what's the first thing they should try? Peruvian.
So for a drink, pisco sour, for sure. And ceviche. And if people doesn't like seafood, I will recommend like lomo saltado or ají de gallina.
I love lomo saltado. But you guys, did you know ceviche came from Peru?
Yes.
I didn't know that before.
Oh, really?
No.
And it's not the first time I heard it was when?
I don't know where I thought it came from. I mean, I probably thought it was like an American dish.
No, some people.
I probably thought it was like Mexican, maybe.
Yeah, I have people that was thinking, told me like they was thinking it was from Mexico. No, ceviche is from Peru.
What's your favorite place in the United States you've been?
Hawaii. Hawaii, it's very beautiful. Yeah. I really love it. California. So, in California, I've been in San Francisco. It's a really nice place. And Seattle, of course, which is in California, Washington. I think every state is so unique and very different. But my first choice would be like Hawaii because I love the sun and I love to be like in the ocean.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, it was fun. And I hope people...
It was better than you thought. I feel like you seem more relaxed now.
I mean, I was relaxed.
Yeah.
Just a little bit nervous doing this thing because I didn't know what would be like the question. But I'm glad to share my experience.
Do you have any words of wisdom before you depart?
Say again?
Words of wisdom. Like, do you have any or anything you want to say? Like.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say then we have one life and people should to explore more of the world because it's the only way to understand like people, to understand culture and religion also. So yes, remember like go traveling. I think it's the best way also. I would say good mentality. Like
it's like the only way to learn and understand other people is by experiencing their culture, their food, like their language. And
I think traveling is the thing is the most important. Like
I did too. That was really good to leave.
Well, I hope they will understand my English because it was
it was fabulous. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you, honey.
Okay, love you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks so much for tuning in to Clocked Out, Life Beyond the Bedside. If today's episode resonated with you, I'd love it if you could take a moment to subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with a fellow nurse who needs to hear it. For more on thriving beyond the bedside, make sure to follow along on Instagram and check out Passports and Preemies, where we talk travel, wellness, and building a life that works for you.
Life doesn't pause when you're sick. Vaccines against respiratory illnesses can help protect you and give you more playtime with your best friend. Depending on age and health status, vaccinations for flu, COVID-19, RSV, or pneumococcal infection may be recommended. Vaccines can help keep you from having a rough time. Learn more at cveep.org/vaccines-protect. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and CVEEP, fighting infectious respiratory disease.